Hey, yeah, so I'll just say this: we're reacting to IGN's top 25 greatest anime characters ever list, as you could tell, probably. But if I seem a little bit mad, it's because I just recorded this video, and I forgot to plug in my microphone. So, and I feel like the video was pretty good that I recorded, but yeah. I forgot to plug in my microphone, and I decided I might as well just have a video instead of no video, so I'm re-recording this. So, I'm just going to try to reenact what I said the first time. So, if you look through this, the first thing I'm going to mention, half these tags do not appear in this article. Also, for some reason, Berserk's in here twice. I don't know why the other ones aren't. But yeah, there's no mention of Nausicaa, or Serial Experiments Lane, or Hellsling, or GTO at all in this. I don't know why they're here. Or Fully Cooley. But let's just go for the list. Also, I'll say this. People would be like, oh, it's IGN. Of course, they're going to do a top 25 most iconic anime characters, not top 25 best. But they titled it the top 25 best. So I'm going to look at this like the top 25 best. Alright, 25 is Astro Boy. So I'll say this. I get it. Astro Boy, he's like one of the most important characters. He's iconic. 1963 is a thing. But, it became a thing in 1963. This is supposed to be the most compelling characters list, not the most, iconic. So this does not work at 25. This does not work. I'll mention this before. I've looked at this article before, even before my first video. Let's just move on. All right, 24 is Vash from Trigun. I have not seen Trigun, but I know everyone likes Trigun, so we're gonna keep. This is okay so far. 23 is Lush from Code Geass. What's this? This is my first big problem with this list. Lush is way too low. He should be way freaking higher. He's so much, especially with all the character development he had. Lush at 23 is nuts. I actually think Lush is my number one anime character in everything. Now I had this before. I'm making a top 25 anime / manga list. I've worked on the script for it. I'm probably gonna make it. I'm gonna make the video. Eventually, it's gonna happen. Yes, I'll say that. It's gonna happen probably in a month, but or something like that. But yeah, I've read Berserk. I would put Lelouch over Guts. I know people are gonna get mad at me for doing that, but that's just how I would put him over Guts and Musashi. Yeah, Lelouch he's the best thing ever. I won't say though. I will not say if Code Geass is gonna be ahead of Berserk or Vagabond, but I will say Lelouch is my number one character. Number 22 is Light from Death Note, which I think 22 is a decent place for Light. But him above Lelouch is a bit of an issue to me. It's like, yeah, Death Note. I have the same problems with Death Note as everyone else does. Where after the last 12, I'll just say this: Death Note's pretty old. I can spoil it. But after L dies, Death Note is just not that interesting. It's not bad. It's still decent with Nier and the other dude, but the ending was kind of anticlimactic, and the last 12 episodes definitely weren't as good. But I don't think Death Note's as overrated as some elitists try to make it. But Light, considering Death Note and Code Geass, I compared a lot. Light, I don't think Light should be above Lelouch. I think Lelouch should be higher. All right, 21. This is like I said. This is my first big problem with the list. No way Dio should be on this list at all. Dio. He's really boring, really. He's just generic evil guy. It's like you can kind of argue, okay, maybe he was an influentially written character. Like a lot of villains wouldn't exist without Dio, which is like, okay, there's worse arguments. But if you're gonna put JoJo's villain here, why would you not put Kira? He's the only character in JoJo's that even has a shot of making this list. That might not necessarily be true. I know Johnny and Funny Valentine have been up there. But the Part 7 anime has not come out yet, and I really don't want to read the JoJo's manga right now. I'm not that invested. I'm not saying it's bad. Let me see if I can get my camera in focus. Well, good enough. It's a little pixelated, but I don't know. Dio should not be. Dio 21's insane. There's better. Yeah, there are better villains than Dio. From JoJo's, especially. He's one of the better JoJo's villains, but he's not really one of the better villains. In Part 1, he gets a lot of element, but Part 3, he gets basically nothing. Let's just move on. Number 20 is Gon from Hunter x Hunter. I'm fine with this. I would probably put Killua and maybe Kurapika higher. I think all three of them are arguably on this list. Hunter x Hunter is amazing. So, going at 20, I know I won't complain about it. He's a great character. 19 is Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell, which I have not seen, but I know everyone likes Ghost in the Shell, so we'll keep it. 18 is this a ridiculous one. Levi should not be on this list at all. Is he even top? He's not even top 5 Attack on Titan characters, and he's the only Attack on Titan character on this list. So no, him being over Eren is like, I think Eren is probably the only Attack on Titan character that should be on the list. I really don't know why my internet hates me and is not loading this picture, but it's loading all the other freaking ads really quickly. But that's not important. We're talking about Levi here. Here's the problem with Levi. Everyone likes Levi, but he is literally just cool and edgy. That's his entire personality, which I think you need a little bit more than that to be in the top 25 anime characters of all time. Eren should be in the top 25. Heck, even if you put, like, Erwin or Armin, or no, maybe not Armin, but if you put, like, Erwin or Reiner, I probably wouldn't put him up there with you. But, like, I wouldn't complain about it. Reiner and Erwin are great characters. Even Armin, I think, has, like, a better chance than Levi. Even in freaking Mikasa, arguably, is over Levi. Like, I really like Attack on Titan. It's one of my favorite anime. But, it's not the best character-wise for anyone. Like, no, there are no great characters in Attack on Titan other than... I think, like, Eren is the only person that should be on this list. No one else should be even really near it. But, like I said, I won't complain about it. Levi at 18, it's a terrible pick. I don't know why I said I won't complain about it. I'm complaining right now. Eren is much better. 17, wow, my internet hates me. I'm going to refresh the page and see if that helps. It's going to take a while to load. Well, at least my dogs didn't bark. I don't know that. Oh no, we're spoiling it. Well, whatever. 17's Kakashi. Okay. No, it's still not gonna load. Isn't that great? 17's Kakashi. Now, I understand him being on there from Naruto, but I'm pretty sure most Naruto fans wouldn't even consider him one of the best characters in the show. I'm pretty sure usually Itachi is referred to as one of the best characters. But I haven't seen Naruto, and I don't really want to, because I'll say this. I don't really like watching long shows. If it's more than 100 episodes, I'm going to read the manga. But, like, and also, half of Naruto is filler. Like, I don't mind filler, but if half your show is filler, that's kind of where it becomes an issue. And half of Naruto is filler. So, I know, I have some friends who watch Naruto. They said it wasn't, he said original Naruto was good, but Shippuden wasn't that good. So, he said the ending was really bad. But I don't really know what happens in Naruto, but I won't. This is probably, I'm assuming this isn't the worst pick, but Kakashi, I'm assuming it's a bad pick, not the worst pick. But I haven't seen it. 16 is Guts from Berserk. Now, this is where this list really has its issues. Guts at 16 is nuts. Now, I think they can defend themselves a little bit here, because I'm pretty sure the anime only did Golden Age. I haven't looked into that, and I probably should, considering I read all of Berserk. But, I think with only Golden Age, 16 isn't the worst. I think Guts, if you don't put him in your top 10, if you're only counting Golden Age, I think that's okay. I don't really think Golden Age is the best arc in Berserk. I think Falcon of the Millennium Empire and arguably Conviction are better. It's Fantasia is the worst of the big arcs, though. I mean, Black Swordsman is obviously the worst arc, but, that doesn't count, because it's only, like, 10 chapters, and everything else is, like, 50, or, like, 80 or some crap. So, yeah. Guts at 16 is nuts. I'm not going to say Berserk's overrated, because it's really not. It's amazing. I don't think it's perfect. Berserk does have its issues in certain parts, like the pacing isn't perfect, and I didn't really... I think, like, the first, like, 30-ish chapter... Like, before chapter 30, Berserk isn't that interesting. I'd say when Guts leaves the Band of the Hawk, there's a slight Berserk spoiler. That's where it gets interesting. But before that, like, pre-chapter 30, I think that's about when that was. It wasn't that interesting. But, you know, Berserk is amazing. Berserk's good. Guts is too low. Alright, 15 is Lupin from Lupin the Third. I have not seen this movie, but I know he's a beloved character, so we won't complain. 14, here's more JoJo's issues. Jotaro at 14 is nuts. He's like Levi, but a little bit better. He's the same thing, where he's just cool and edgy. But, like, at least they tried to give him character development in part 4 and 6. So, at least they tried that. I actually think Jotaro is much better in Part 4 and Part 6. Maybe not in Part 6, but in Part 4. That's my favorite rendition of Jotaro. I mean, it's like the same thing. My favorite JoJo's part is between Part 4 and 5. I don't know which one it is. Probably Part 4, but I'd say it's Part 5. It could be Part 7 or 8. I'm going to read the manga eventually, probably, but I'm not going to plan. I'm not planning on it anytime soon. I'm going to read Part 7, 8, or 9, but, you know, yeah. I don't see Jotaro being on this list. I'll say, here's the thing in general with JoJo's. My biggest problem with JoJo's and why I think it's overrated is I just don't think Araki's very good at writing characters. It's like, you can see this is, ask most JoJo's fans, be honest, they're going to lie about this. Hopefully you can tell they're lying. Ask them why they enjoy JoJo's. Because I feel like most JoJo's fans do not enjoy JoJo's because the story and characters are amazing. They enjoy it because it has cool fights and it's weird and kind of charming. But that doesn't work on everyone. So just don't be surprised when someone doesn't like JoJo's. I know I'm just attacking JoJo's fans now, but yeah, it is. On my top 25 list, I know JoJo's is going to be lower, and a lot of people are probably going to get mad that I have JoJo's pretty low, but no one's going to watch the video anyway, so no one's really going to get mad, and either way, I should probably slow down my talking, but I think JoJo's is a little overrated. Just saying. 13 is Zoro from One Piece. Now, this isn't a horrible pick, but considering he's on this list and not Eren or Tenma or Thorfinn or Askeladd or Reagan or Mob or Ishigami or like even freaking Okabe, that's kind of insane. But Zoro on his list is okay, but 13 is too high. Also, like, why? It's like I said this before. How is he above Eren and Guts? It does not make sense. Eren's not even on this list, and he's above Guts and Lelouch. I don't know. He's one of my personal favorite characters, but I think if you're making a top 25 list, I really do not get Zoro being on here if you're making a top 25 list. But there's worse picks in this. There are worse picks, as you'll see coming up. Number 12 is Tanjiro. Now, I think people are... I actually really like Demon Slayer. I think people are a little bit overly mean when they're like, oh, Demon Slayer sucks. It would be awful without the animation. But they're not... It wouldn't be awful. But I think Demon Slayer, it's like... It is definitely carried by its animation, at least a little. It's carried by a decent amount. Like, I don't think Demon Slayer is bad, but it is basically just a generic shonen story, but the tropes are, like, executed better. Like I said, I think people are insane right now with overhyping things. JJK is a good show, but people overhype it way too much. To me, Demon Slayer and JJK are, like, the same thing. They're both just kind of generic shonen stories. But Demon Slayer does the tropes a little bit better. It's more interesting. Demon Slayer has good character work. I think Tanjiro's a good character, but putting him at number 12 is insane. Above Guts too. Like, I haven't decided on the thumbnail, but I'm pretty sure that's be the thumbnail. It's Tanjiro above Guts. So yeah, I think Demon Slayer is a good show, but it should not have anyone that is even near this list. So 12 Tanjiro, no. 11 is L from Death Note, which I'm not mad about. But if you're going to put Light at 22, why would you put L ahead of Light? L and Light, I think, should be in the same area. They should both be in, like, the 20s, I'd say. They're better characters than Light. They're better, but L and Light are great characters, but there are definitely people who should be above them, like Guts or Eren or Johan or Griffith. Griffith isn't on this list. That's pretty bad. Yeah, but I am surprised. I'll say, Johan being on this list is very surprising, which I probably shouldn't have mentioned that, but, you know, whatever. L11, I'm not super mad about it, but I think he's too high. 10 is Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. I haven't seen it, but everyone likes Rurouni Kenshin, so I'm not going to complain. Same thing with Shinji. I haven't seen Evangelion. I'm going to watch Evangelion soon. It's pretty high on the things I'm going to watch eventually, but I haven't seen it, right? 8, Sailor Moon. To me, this is like, it's like, I meant to say Astro Boy. I almost said Soldier Boy. I meant to say Astro Boy. He's an iconic character, but is Sailor Moon? I haven't seen it. Is she really the 8th best anime character of all time? Is she really better than Lelouch or Eren or Guts? Like, I don't think so. And I don't think I really need to see Sailor Moon to find that out, but, you know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. 7 is Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. It's like, okay. Whatever. Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. So, I mean, like, it's not awful. I can see, like, I know they try to develop Vegeta and they give him, like, a character like how he gets less cocky and overconfident. But I haven't seen a lot of Dragon Ball. For what I've seen, like, he has the same character arc in every arc. Which is, like, you know, I think it's arguable he should be on this list. But, you know, he's influential, so, like, there's no Sasuke without Vegeta. So, okay, yeah, alright. It's not the worst pick. 6 is Spike from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, he's a great character. He should be on this list. I don't know if I'd put him... I'd put him at the low end of this list, but I'm okay with him being on this list. I'd probably put him around light or L. He should be on this list, but not, like in the area, and, like, from 15 to 25. I put him somewhere there. I think 6 is too high. It's like, that's how it is for me in Cowboy Bebop in general. People always put, like, top 5 on their best anime of all time list. It's like... It should be on the list, but it should not be top 15. Higher than 15, I think you're kind of insane with Cowboy Bebop. Like, Cowboy Bebop is kind of like JoJo's, where I have so much stuff to say with it that I should probably just make my own video talking about it. Why, like, all the problems I have with it. Because I really have so much stuff to say about Cowboy Bebop and JoJo's. I could make, like, 2-hour videos talking about them. But maybe not for Cowboy Bebop. For Cowboy Bebop, I could make a decent video talking about it. JoJo's, I have, like, 3 hours of content. Because I watch JoJo's. Like, say how it is for JoJo's. I was so excited to watch JoJo's. And then when I watched it, like, I had just so many thoughts about it. And I remember a lot of the thoughts I had from JoJo's. Like, most of the ones even I've seen kind of recently, I kind of forgot a lot of the minor complaints I have. That I remember, like, everything I had, all the complaints I have with JoJo's for some reason. So if you want to see me talk about JoJo's, I can talk about JoJo's. Oh, yeah, I'll mention this, too. I just remember this. Jotaro, it said, if you're going to put Jotaro on the list, like I said this before, Kira is the only person from JoJo's that should be on this list. But if you're going to put a protagonist, put Joseph, not Jotaro. Joseph's more interesting. But yeah, Spike, he's a great character. I think 6 is too high, but he should be on this list. So, 5 is Goku from Dragon Ball. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say here. Is he a good character? I don't know. I don't really... Whenever I try to watch Dragon Ball, I just cannot because the pacing is so awful. It's so bad. It's like, even I know people are like the fights are not the issue. Just even outside of the fights, it is insanely slow paced. Like, I watched like the first 5 episodes of Z when I was at a friend's house, and they're like, for like 5 minutes straight, they're like, okay, Piccolo's about to attack now. Prepare for the attack. And they basically just kept repeating that phrase for 5 minutes. So, yeah. But Goku on the list, there's no Naruto without Goku, so there's no most shonen protagonist without Goku, so yeah, it's not awful. It's okay. 4. Now, I was shocked as hell when I first saw this, that Johan's at 4. Now, I agree. Johan is amazing. I haven't finished Monster, and I still agree Johan's at 4. And I'm talking about Monster. I think Tenma should definitely be on this list. Tenma is a great character. I think he should be on this list. He is a great character. Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. Tenma should be on this list. Johan at 4 is great. Johan is, yeah, often called the greatest villain in anime history. That is accurate. He is one of the greatest villains in anime history. Talking about good villains, I think it would also been cool to see Meruem from Hunter x Hunter on this list, but, you know, I can understand why they didn't go super Hunter x Hunter overload, considering people... Well, that's the thing. Most anime that aired, like, pre-2015 have kind of lost their hype. Hunter x Hunter has not lost its hype, which proves it's great. So, alright, number 3 is Naruto. Yeah, it's the same thing as Goku. He's an important character. A lot of people are probably based off of him, but if you look at him on his own, I doubt he's not that interesting of a character, I don't think. Alright, number 2 is Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I actually don't... I'll say this. I don't think Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is overrated at all. It's not, like, the best anime ever, but it's probably top 10, I think. It's quick. It's basically... I have no complaints about it, but I think, like... thing with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is it's just missing, like, one top-tier character to push it up to, like, being arguably the best anime ever. Or, like, the story is a little bit generic. Like, it's good, but it's not that interesting, and I don't think there are any, like, top-tier characters. Because then I think you can argue it's the greatest anime of all time, but it's not. There's a lot of great characters, but there's no top-tier characters. The story's great, but it's not, like, as good as Code Geass or Steins Gate or, like, Berserk or something, so. But, you know, yeah, it's a great show. I don't really think Edward Elric's the best character on the show, though. I think Alphonse is he's a good character, but I think Alphonse is just as interesting. I think Roy Mustang is probably better than both of them. But there are a lot of good characters from Alchemist Brotherhood. So I'm okay with Ed being on this list, considering how popular Fullmetal Brotherhood is. But I think two is too high. That's kind of nuts. He could be on this list, but like 2 is too high. All right, number 1 is Luffy. Now they could have picked a worse number 1, but I don't think he should be a number 1. I have my complaints with One Piece, and I think this maybe just because my friends are super hyping up One Piece right now, because a lot of them started watching it. But I think One Piece, it's not super overrated, but it's like, it's still gonna be in my top 10 on my list, but it's a little. I don't know how some people are putting it above Berserk and stuff like that. I do not get your arguments there. Like, my problem with One Piece is great. The character work in One Piece, I like all of the Straw Hats. I think are great characters. They're all great characters. I'm at Water 7 right now. That's where I am at One Piece. Everyone up to that point is a great character. But how, like, I just don't understand how people can put One Piece. Like, my biggest complaint with One Piece, the pacing is not. The fights go on for too long. I'm talking about pacing. I don't really like shows that are more than 100 episodes, and I don't really care about fights most of the time if they're more than 5 episodes. Like, there are exceptions, like Demon Slayer Season 2. The entire season is basically a fight. And that works to make an 11-episode fight, because the fight is long. It's meant to be long. Like, a lot of stuff happens in it. But, you know, it just kind of doesn't work. For me, like, the biggest problem with One Piece is I actually don't think Skypiea is that bad of an arc. It's an okay arc. It's a good arc. But, like, bro, Luffy fights Eniru, I think that's his name, for, like, 40 freaking episodes. He has a fight with God. And it's just, like, it's not that interesting. That's, like, the thing is, I was, like, thinking about quitting One Piece during the Davy Back or, like, Foxy Pirates arc. Bro, he has, like, a 4-episode boxing match with a guy that just does not matter, and it could have been, like, 2 episodes long. And, like, the other problem with this list, like, Luffy's funny. I want him to be on this list, but this is just kind of a One Piece issue now. Bro, they win a freaking Davy Back fight or whatever against the Foxy Pirates, and the guy's just like, you want to do it again? Let's do it again. And then it's 20 more episodes of that, and it was already, like, 15 episodes. It's just like, dude, I don't care. But, hold on. My headphones fell off. Actually, I'm not playing any sound, so I don't know I need to have my headphones on, but, yeah. So, since the list is over, if you want me to make a video on this top 25 best anime series of all time, I can do that list too. But, here's just a couple characters that should be on this list that aren't. Alright, so I'll go off the top of my head. Griffith, Aaron, we're not counting manga, so not Musashi or anyone. Griffith, Aaron, Askeladd, Thorfinn. I think Vinland Saga Season 2 people are overhyping a lot. But Thorfinn, his character line has been great. Just Vinland Saga Season 2. I feel like Vinland Saga Season 2, it's been all character development, no story so far. But, okay. Yeah, Thorfinn, Askeladd, Ishigami, Okabe, possibly Kurisu from Steins Gate. I know I'm putting a lot of Steins Gate on here, but I think Steins Gate's probably a top 3 anime of all time, if I'm being honest. People underrate the crap out of Steins Gate right now. It really is good. Oh yeah, Mob, Reagan. Maybe not putting Mob, but Reagan should be on this list. Reagan is amazing. Mob Psycho 100 is another great show. It's so good. Yeah, I know that I can understand them not putting Mob, and I'd have both Mob and Reagan on there. But I can understand them not putting both. Mia, shut your face. That was loud. Okay. Like, I can understand them not putting both Bob and Reagan. That'd be more of a my list thing. But, like, I think at least one of them should be on there. If you're doing Thorfinn and Askeladd, at least one of them should be on here. I mentioned Tenma should be on here. No. I was thinking... No, I don't think so. I'm reading Slam Dunk right now. I started reading it, like, a week ago. It would have been kind of cool to see Sakuragi on this list, but I can understand him not being on there, because I don't know if the anime adaptation was great for Slam Dunk. I've heard some people say it wasn't. But yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, let me mention this. This is important. If you're going to put Luffy, Naruto, Goku, and Vegeta all in the top 10, why is Ichigo not on this list? Why is no one from Bleach on this list? If you're going to put freaking 2 characters One Piece and Naruto both have 2 characters on this list, and Bleach has none, which is just like insane because they're all part of the big 3. Why does Bleach not have anything on this list? But if there's one thing I can say, if there's a list, at least they're not like overhyping Nujins, except for Tanjiro, because there's no My Hero on this list, which is good. There's no like Black Clover, there's no JJK, there's no Chainsaw Man. And here's the thing, I think Chainsaw Man is also a little bit overpraised. People like love Chainsaw Man a lot, and it's fun. I enjoy Chainsaw Man a lot for what I saw, but it's only 1 season, guys. Calm down. It was a 12-episode season. It is not like a top 5 Nujin anime. It is not. If you're saying it's a top 5 Nujin anime, you're saying it's better than Attack on Titan. Basic. You're saying it's basically just as good as Attack on Titan, Mob Psycho 100, Kaguya-sama, Loves the War. I don't know why that's too. I don't know why I said it like that. But you're saying it's basically just as good as Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan. I don't know why I thought of Demon Slayer first. Kaguya-sama, Mob Psycho. You're saying if you think Chainsaw Man is a top 5 Nujin, you're saying it's basically just as good as those, and it's 12 episodes in, guys. Calm down. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'm gonna hope I didn't forget to say anything important. Did I mention my biggest problem with the JoJo's was that I don't really think Araki's very good at writing characters. That's kind of an important detail, but that's just stuff for the JoJo's video. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. Bye, I guess. Yeah.